Good morning. I am delighted to join you today for the launch of the budget preparation process for the medium-term period of 2025-26 and 2027-28. I was just mentioning to Waziri that for me this is very nostalgic, having spent very many years at the Treasury. We've been here many times during the launch of the medium-term period. This process is not only vital for the national government, but also for the county governments, as we are keen on national development for realization of our shared vision of a prosperous and inclusive Kenya. As county governments, we recognize the importance of prudent financial planning to achieve the desired development goals. I laud the National Treasury for the collaborative approach taken to ensure that both the national and county governments achieve sustainable development. The budget process is key as it provides an opportunity to align our collective goals, ensuring equitable resource distribution that will in turn enhance service delivery and foster economic growth. The county governments are aware of the current fiscal environment in the country is operating in, one that demands innovative solutions to meet the growing needs of our citizens. Ladies and gentlemen, to align with the aspiration of our people, counties have instituted various reforms aimed at fiscal consolidation and people-centered programs. In essence, we are working to ensure that the necessary resources are allocated to address the critical healthcare services, infrastructural development, agriculture, ECDE, and social inclusion. Therefore, we look forward to enhanced collaboration in ensuring that devolution remains an enabler of transformation at the grassroots level and the country at large. I urge all stakeholders to engage fully in this process, ensuring that our planning and budget-making process is participatory, transparent, and responsive to the needs of the people. Together, let us make the medium-term budget development oriented, more inclusive, and impactful. Honorable CS, ladies and gentlemen, on the launch of the national and county budget manuals, I wish to congratulate the National Treasury for this remarkable initiative to develop manuals that will guide and further simplify the budget-making process for both the national and county government officers. I acknowledge that the manuals were prepared through the participatory process that involved technical officers from the county governments and the Council of Governors. Specifically, the county government's budget manual will be instrumental in providing a benchmark for improving consistency, efficiency, effectiveness, transparency, and accountability of budgetary processes at the county level. In conclusion, I want to thank the officers from the National Treasury, the county governments, and COG that took part in the development of the budget manuals. I assure you of the commitment by COG in coordinating the dissemination and collaborating with the National Treasury in the review and continuous capacity building of the manual. We look forward to an efficient and effective planning and budgeting process that is in tune with the Constitution and the whole public financial management framework. Before I sit down, allow me to just mention three things. One, of course, as you know and you have heard, every time we get the opportunity to have this conversation on the budget-making process, counties have one or two requests to make to the National Treasury. While we're making the plans for the budget, we would like to request that, as we do, that we also make clear plans on the disbursement of resources. As we speak, counties are in arrears about 3 months, with about 96.35 billion that hasn't been released to the counties, which is hampering service delivery and development project. We would be very happy that if we enhanced our capacity in terms of disbursements and make them a little bit more predictable, we will be able to achieve a lot more in terms of not just service delivery, but also development. The second issue that I would like to comment on is on the issue of the budget, where you have heard, as the Chair of Parliament has said, we have a budget of about 3.8 trillion shillings, of which 2.6 trillion is ordinary revenue. And when you look, we have about, maybe not very precise figures, but about 700 billion in deficit. I think while we sit here to start this process, Waziri, one of the things that your team may have to look at is how to deal with the challenges that we are facing in terms of revenue collection. And in my view, I do not think that revenue collection can increase or can be enhanced without deliberate efforts to stimulate the economy. And the best way to stimulate the economy is to ensure that we are expanding in terms of manufacturing and trade, and grow the economy right from the bottom at the counties level. So my view is that other than just sitting down and saying this is what we are collecting right now, the team at Treasury needs to critically look at the ways that we can expand our base so that we can be able to collect the revenue that we require to run the country. Finally, this is a comment on the issue of the CRA proposed formula on the division of revenue. As you may be aware, the Council of Governors has completely rejected the proposed formula by CRA. And the reason we have done that is because the proposed formula causes about 24 counties to lose revenue, ranging from about 300 million, some even losing up to 900 million shillings per county. Our proposal again to CRA is that they need to relook at that formula afresh. We also urge the Senate and the Parliament to look at the formula afresh to ensure that whatever formula we come up with, that no county loses, and that the counties that are receiving less than 6 billion shillings, their revenue is enhanced so that the lowest is at about 6 billion shillings that would enable the minimum service delivery level at the smallest county. With those few remarks, I wish to thank you, and may this be the beginning of a productive budget-making process. Thank you very much.